Hello guys, subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Hi WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream, late night stream for you beautiful people, 10 p.m. or 10:06. Apologies for being 11 minutes late. That's part of the game, unfortunately, but we are here, people. It was a late decision to do a stream. Some of you guys that you usually see won't be, tuning in, unfortunately, but we do have an amazing guest panelist. First of all, Wayne Molds, how are you?
I'm going to say, hope you're doing well. I hope Alpha's doing well. Hope everyone in the chat's doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Obviously, some interesting news coming out today, so can't wait to break it into it and say my thoughts. But yeah, I'm good.
Well said, Mr. Alfred. I know you're very frustrated with someone, which we'll get into later on the video. But in general, how are you?
Yeah, I'm well, thanks, man. Not too frustrated, as I said, it is what it is, but we'll talk about that soon. But yeah, I'm actually very happy about this news because it's massive news for our club. Because
yes,
if it was true that he did want this money back, that could have caused us some problems. But I was quite confident that it was all fake. Like I was quite confident in that. So,
yeah, I just want to say, Sky Sports, mate. I think Wayne will be the same as me. Sky Sports people. This probably pre 2010. You tune in to Sky Sports News, you'd enjoy it. Transfer deadline, the yellow tie, the vibes, the proper vibes. When you want to see transfer news, you tune in. 11:59 p.m. There's a transfer done. Blah blah blah. Obviously, we've taken over. We've taken over the social media world, and they jumped on the news immediately about Abramovich. Wanted to loan back, wanting this, wanted that, the asking price, and listen, especially there is, no surprise, Sky Cave, whatever this waste man's name is, okay. He's at tier 5 to me, people. Not even tier 5, actually, tier 6. Yeah, he's that bad that obviously we shouldn't listen to these guys, yeah, but unfortunately they come onto our platforms all the time. Now, when stories do like this happen, it does allow us to speak about it. It allows us to call them out. But yeah, Sky Sports, you guys are frauds. I will never ever be with Sky in general. I'll never ever buy their broadband or anything. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm sure Wayne would agree with me about Sky Sports. Absolute frauds. As you can see in the comments, Jose, Nathan, Steven, all you guys, yeah, like the video, man. Let us know your thoughts on Sky Sports. Make sure you guys subscribe as well. Let us know where you tune in from, what country, what time zone, and let us know your thoughts on Roman Abramovich's statement today from Chelsea. But Wayne, you know how I do Sky Sports, bro. You used to tune into it.
When back in the day, like you said, when it was Jim White and the yellow tie and all that, yeah, you can listen to it and you probably do get the best news from it. But like you said, now social media's become more in their own right. The news, they are slacking and they're just giving the false information out as soon as they can for a storyline to get everyone to watch them, and it's just a travesty that they're doing it, leading certain fans to believe certain things and getting them in the rough. But we know the truth. We'll break the truth down for you. And for further references, if you want any breaking news, don't go to Sky Sports. Come to WorldWideChels. It's the only place you can get your breaking news.
There you have it, folks. You heard it here from the main man himself, Wayne Molds. People, like the video, people, for more greatness type of content. Of course, we are going to go into the statement very shortly. I do want to delay it a bit more longer. I just want to say very quickly, I put a controversial opinion today on Twitter. I said, I just don't want Declan Rice in general. I don't forget the 100 million price. Like, just in general, I don't want him. Okay, I kind of seem like a third choice, fourth choice. Some people did debate with me respectfully, civil. Some people quoted me with a bit of abuse, as always. Some people just didn't understand what I was trying to say. Whether you guys agree with me or not about Declan Rice, that's your opinion. But there are people out there that say they want Jorginho gone because he doesn't do this X, Y, Z. Okay, whether he passes forward or makes a through ball, but then they've come out saying Declan Rice just has to sit. Now, I understand they are not the same players. I want to make it very clear. I understand they are not the same players. But if we're playing this formation and you're saying Jorginho isn't doing this, then you need to understand why would you say Declan Rice to sit and do nothing if we're not creating from that position? So that's for me, number one, I did not understand. But in general, I wanted players like, Tuchemeni, Camavinga, all these guys that have actually done well, and I understand the Premier League proven experience on Declan Rice. I understand it, but on the big stage, people tonight, he got absolutely destroyed. He got absolutely destroyed, people. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he weren't playing good, my people. He weren't playing good. Okay, and that for me, when it matters, it stands out, and that's my opinion on Declan Rice. I also want to talk about Marcos Alonso very quickly. Marcos Alonso, he spoke like last month saying that he could retire at Chelsea Football Club if he signs a new contract and stuff, and a lot of people crying. Fabrizio Romano come out today saying Barcelona want Marcos Alonso, Chelsea are open to it, Marcos Alonso is open to it, and everyone's throwing a party. Me being a bit emotional and looking for the bites, I'm devastated with that news, people. If he leaves, I'm absolutely devastated. I want Marcos Alonso to stay. Okay, so whether you guys like that or not, I want Marcos Alonso to stay. I want people to respect him for what he's done for the club, with the amount of goals that he's given for the club. Wayne will definitely agree with me there. It's his favorite player, and we're just here for the future, people. I'm hearing Kante as well. Kante new contract because obviously things are going wrong at the back of the defense. We need to make sure players are be staying at Chelsea. But this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Enough of me talking 24/7 like Sindre and Johnny. It's time to let Alfred talk. Alfred, give us your quick thoughts on Declan Rice, Marcos Alonso, and then we'll hear Wayne.
Declan Rice, never really been that interested. I couldn't give a shit whether he comes or not. If he comes, I'll support him because he will be a blue, like I'll do with any player. Marcos Alonso, I actually feel the same way as you. I would be pretty upset if he left because I know he's not everybody's favorite, but I think that in some capacity, at least, even if he doesn't play every game, he's still a valuable player to have around. He's shown it to us multiple times. He's provided assists. He's come up with some goals, and regardless of what everyone thinks about his defending, he has defended pretty well at times as well. So yeah, I would not like to lose him, to be honest.
Yeah, just before we go to Wayne, we've got another Australian fan here, Johnny Knight. Big up to you, man. That's Alpha's hometown as well. Do you know him?
No.
No,
cannot
but
say.
listen, big up to you, Johnny Knight. I think it's the first time I've seen you as well. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Like the video, people. Everyone tuned in, man. Like the video. We've got 46 people. We've got 33 likes. Let's push to over 50 likes. Then we get the one and only Nipin Sharma. Over to Wayne.
Hey.
Wayne, talk to us about Declan Rice and Marcos Alonso very quickly.
Declan Rice, I'm not, like I said, I've never been attached fan to him. But if we got him, like Alfred said, I will support him. But I don't want to overspend on him because he's not worth more than 50 million. Especially he showed it today. He's not worth a lot because in a big game he just didn't do well. But we're going to talk about big game players. Look at Camavinga yesterday against Man City. Exactly. He actually got on and destroyed them. So for me, we've got to look into that and think, hang on, we missed a trick there. So Tuchemeni could be the next one. We need to make deal. But with Liverpool coming sniffing in now, we got to make sure it gets it over and done with.
Yeah.
Marcos Alonso, It's a sticky one for me. I appreciate what he's done because what he's won for us and the goals
You
he
sure?
scored.
You sure?
I do appreciate it. He scored some really important goals for us, but he's not my cup of tea. He's unfortunately I like a defender who can attack, but has got that defensive quality. Unfortunately, that defensive quality sometimes is lacking for him, and it just worries me because if he has for example, you look at Reece James, he's attacking wise, he's brilliant, but he's got that defensive quality, and I want that on the same side. And if we have Lonzo, it's not like that. You worry if he's getting back because he's not going to get back in time. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's a sticky one, but I do appreciate what he's done for the club because he's won every trophy. He's done a lot for us because I can't take that away from him.
Okay. Guys in the comments, let us know what you think. Marcos Alonso, yes or no? Should he be staying? Let us know Declan Rice as well. Is he worth it? Got Lukatek saying bring in the Rice. Joe is saying Alonso, see you later. Alonso can go. He's been a good servant, but he's done now. Rather give Matson a runner as backup to Chilwell. We don't know if Chilwell's going to get, back to 100%. What else we got here? They were down to 10 men. What? Oh, West Ham. Who went through again? Roma and
Rangers.
No, it's in Rangers. I think got through. Last time I saw Rangers was getting through, and it's that Frankfurt, and then in the other one, I think Roma was winning, and I think it was about Feyenoord, but I'm not sure. Don't count me on that.
You're meant to be the guy that has all the latest facts.
I've been watching golf. I've been watching something more interesting than watching them. Yeah.
Golf.
Yeah.
Okay. Big up Liam. Big up Gav. Yeah, Chelsea Life. You don't know about. You got to delay as much as possible, man, before we get into the main one. We need someone new ideas, new blood. Says John. Nathan Hardin says Alonso would be third choice backup, in my opinion. Johnny from Australia says Alonso, great servant. Time to go. We need a cleaner. I think there's many other players that need to go out. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the statement, the main topic of the video, of course. The statement come out from Chelsea. Statement on behalf of Mr. Roman Abramovich, of course, came out 4 hours ago. I was at work, so we couldn't get that out immediately. Following speculation. Now, this is very, very key. Obviously, the news first come out from the Times. Sky Sports pushed the agenda out there, and Chelsea have been forced to come out with, actual truth to clarify the following points. Mr. Abramovich's intentions in relation to gifting the proceeds from the Chelsea sale to charity have not changed. Very, very key introduction there. It just talks about, how it's going to be done. He's not been involved in the actual work. It's been managed by experts. He has also not asked any loan to be repaid to him. Such suggestions are entirely false. Now, of course, in the past we've seen Chelsea sue these newspaper articles, companies, and I think we're going to be seeing it again, people. So this is a big statement. He's not asked for anything to be paid, and also the increased price of the club last minute, the 500 million that we were talking about. They've come out saying that is BS as well. So we're seeing every single thing that we've been reading in the last 5 days come out as fake news, people. I mean, this is very, very frustrating. First of all, before we carry on, Wayne and Alfred, Wayne, what do you make of the first couple statements in terms of the charity's not changed, he's not asked for any loan to be paid back or increase the price of the club?
Not surprised. I just think it's what we respect of Abramovich. I think he's a man of his word. Never known him go back on anything. So I weren't surprised at all.
Okay. You didn't think the 500 million increase was real? I thought it was personally. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was real.
I personally, in my heart, I didn't think it was. I thought it was just a smoke screen again for more publicity, just to smoke it onto Chelsea.
Mm. That's a fair point, Mr. Alfred.
Yeah, with the 500 million part, I could kind of understand if that were true. I would understand why he did it, because it just goes to show whoever buys it, it puts even more seriousness in their interest of actually buying this club. You know, the more you spend on a club, I think if you spend a lot of money on a club, I'd like to believe that you genuinely care for it and want to, and are really interested in it and care about its interests. You know, but in regards to all the other stuff, nah, I never believed it for a second, as I said, because
Not one. You didn't believe one.
nah, because it's like Wayne said, you know, he loves the club. We've never really known him to go back on his word on anything. And let's say even if it was true and he did want this money back, okay, I don't think he would ask for it, or he probably wouldn't ask for it now at this particular point in time when we're in such a predicament currently already, and B, I think he would do it in a way that is not going to affect the club very significantly. Like he would do it, he would agree to some installments or something. You know, he wouldn't ask for the entire fee up front, because that would have caused us massive problems. You know, so, and he wouldn't do that to us. He just would not. It's as simple as that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well said. Well said. As part of his objective is to find, each bidder to commit investing in the club, the academy, the women's team. This is very important for Wayne and Matt in terms of the podcast as well, keeping you guys up to date. I do believe Arsenal beat Tottenham, I think it was, women's, and they are 1 point behind.
Big
So
game Sunday. Big
so
game.
who we playing Sunday?
We've got Man United at home on Sky Sports,
Is that the
and then
final
on
game?
and on BBC, Arsenal's got West Ham.
And who's better, West Ham or United?
United.
Really?
Yeah. United's third in the league.
And they can't win the league.
They can't win the league, but they're fighting with Man City for the third place for the Champions League. So it's a massive, massive game.
Massive
Might
game,
have to
people.
watch that one.
Yeah, when is it on? Sunday?
Sunday, 12 o'clock UK time. So I don't know what time it'll be in Australia.
That's about 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. No?
Not sure, but that's all right. I'll watch it regardless what time it's at, because it's a big one.
We'll do watch along for it. No, I'm joking. I'm going to sleep. But yeah, like I was saying, academy, women's team, necessary redevelopment of the stadium, as well as maintain the work of the Chelsea Foundation. Just goes on to say about restrictions, and where the loan is currently has also become subject to EU sanctions, requiring additional approvals. That means the funds will be frozen and subject procedure governed by the authorities. To be clear, Mr. Abramovich has no access or control of these funds and will not have any access or control of these funds following the sale. Despite the change in circumstances since his initial announcement, he remains committed to finding obviously a good buyer for Chelsea and making sure the proceeds go to good causes. This was from the Chelsea spokesman earlier today, people. This is very, very important for Chelsea Football Club, because a lot of Chelsea fans, I'm not saying you guys, but I'm saying in general, they did think some of this news could have been real. against Roman, and this meant, you know, the deadline for 29th May or 30th of May, Chelsea could be, you know, either going down in divisions, could be getting relegated, points deducted, whatever it is, whatever you guys want to describe it. There must have been a little doubt in all you guys' mind in general, because this buyers thing has been dragging on and on and on. People, it's dragging, literally dragging. It's frustrating. The first time we started speaking about buyers, I was doing a video every single day on it. But in the last 4 weeks, I think I've only made 3 videos on it from top of my head. It's been very quiet from my side since the Saudi news and then the Todd Boehly and the Ricketts stuff died down. I've stopped making videos on this topic. I just want it to be done. I just want to know what's next. Whether it's Todd Boehly making 4 billion at the end, because we've been reading that the 500 million asking price, you know, isn't true, but then we've got news now saying Todd Boehly has offered 4 billion in total now. So why is this coming out now? Why is, you know, everyone mentioning, oh, Todd Boehly, 4 billion this, 4 billion that? You know, questions have to be asked. A lot of people in the comment are just talking about Aspi. Why are we talking about Aspi? Why are we talking about Cho? Why is everyone talking about these players?
Go. They want talking about who they want to go in season.
Oh, most of these players are going to go in general anyway. How many players do you expect? Like, let's just have a number in our head. How many players do you think will leave
The main team
from the main squad, the main 16, the main 18, 20, 23 man squad? I think 8.
Yeah, I was going to say 8 myself. Working out mad.
Alfred?
What about you? Yeah.
Well, is you saying from the starting 11 or from the main
The
team
main
in
squad, the
general?
ones that you see on the starting 11, the bench, and the reserves, including Barkley and that.
I was thinking 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
My friend, it's time to go sleep. What's the time over there?
it is. It is 7:30 a.m.
Have you slept?
No,
Please go sleep.
I
You to go sleep.
just if we work it out, we'll probably have. I could see Kepa leaving.
What?
I could see Kepa leaving. I'm not saying he would, but I could see it to get main for game time for the World Cup to try and feature. You got obviously Rudiger, Christensen, Aspie. I could still go. Cho, I could see going.
That's 5, by the way, Alfred, not 4.
I
I only heard 4.
think Lukaku or Werner, one of them going. I don't know what one yet. Obviously Barkley.
7.
Saul be got. Obviously, I don't think he would be permanent.
We won't count Saul. He was a loanee.
So are we talking
Alonso.
about people
Hey.
who are going on loan as well, or just
No
being
loans.
sold completely?
Just gone. Finito. See, Wayne, I would agree with you, yeah, but I don't think Kepa, I don't think he'll go. I don't think Aspi will go. Christensen's gone. Rudiger's gone. Barkley. I think Drinkwater's already released, right? Is he already gone?
Yeah, he's been released. Yeah, he
Gone.
just.
Okay. Werner, definitely. 100% has to go. Actually, you know what? There aren't that many. It sounds like a lot. There has to be a midfielder to go. Whether it's J5 or Kante, I think one of them will leave.
J5 was probably he's one that I had in the back of my mind because we've heard it a few times this season. You know that he's linked with this team and that team, and that his time might be up and things like that. So.
That's one that I've. What about Ziyech? Do you see Ziyech staying next season?
It's tough. I think it depends on the formation, man. Because if we play 3 at the back still, then he needs to go.
To be honest, I'd be surprised if he wants to stay anymore because he plays fuck all anymore. Like he's kind of being wasted, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though if he goes to Man United.
Why?
Ten Hag. He
Oh
knows
wait,
his
wait,
game.
hang on. Who mentioned Rashford the other day,
Me.
bro?
And I agreed.
Bro, today some rumor came out. Rashford to Chelsea
No.
on Instagram. Someone sent it to me.
Wow. Hey, at the
Wait.
moment, I would take it, man. I'm telling you.
Let me see who sent it to me. If I can find it. I've got bad memory. I can't remember who sent it to me.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
Thing
here
is,
it is.
I didn't expect him, obviously, but I just
Was it this one that you saw?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay,
That's
so you
why
saw
he
it on
gave
that
it.
one.
That's why I thought I asked because if he does come, I don't think it'd be a really bad thing. What people might think, I don't think it'd be that bad.
Yeah.
But it's everyone's opinion. It's like Declan Rice. Everyone's got opinion on Declan Rice. One of those players, isn't it?
Rashford is like we're better than that. We're better than that. But obviously,
Well,
from what we've seen recently, yeah, it makes sense. Rashford maybe, but we should be better than that. Overall.
No, but the thing is, you look at strikers at the moment. Honestly, God, look at strikers. Lukaku, if he's going to go, we will need a main striker up there, and you need someone in this Premier League who's going to basically whip it to pieces and score those goals. Haaland is going to Man City. More that's look like that deal's going to be done soon enough. Then you know,
well,
Come on, Alfred. That's it. I was waiting for you. Alfred, I was waiting for you. Come on. Let me hear it.
first of all, after they choked, suck on that. Maybe
Who
he'll
choked?
decide.
Who choked?
Huh?
Who choked?
Blue
Manchester.
Moon.
No, two people, two types of like a club and someone else choked. Who else?
Manchester City and that fucking rat piece of shit, Pavan, ladies and gentlemen, who you've seen in the comments on our streams every now and then. I made £100 bet with him that Manchester City would not win the Champions League. I just had this feeling that they wouldn't because of how I've seen them choke against Spurs, against us in the final last season, and now against Real Madrid. After fucking smashing them in the first leg, by the way, they should have been in the final after that first leg with all the chances that they had. But as I said, they do not have that Champions League winning mentality. They are not strong enough mentally. For some reason, they always choke when it comes down to it. We've seen it before, and we've seen it again now. And I told this prick Pavan all the fucking time. For weeks I've been telling him this. And so I decided to make a bet with him. Obviously, I've won the bet. And he comes up to me. And and by the way, this is after getting Sadiq involved and saying, because I wasn't sure if I should bet with him because I didn't know him, So, and I was taking a big risk because I was betting double my currency pretty much. Here in Australia, it's almost double £100, And he said to me, "Oh, ask Sadiq. I'm a real one. He will tell you I'm real." So I thought, since he's on all the streams all the time and he mentioned Sadiq, I thought surely nobody's got the balls and nobody is that much of a fucking piece of shit to bring somebody else into it and lie, and then do what Pavan did. And to add to all of this guy, he pretended to be my friend, mate. He pretended like he genuinely cared about me. I even said to him that a guy that I knew all my life made a $200 bet with me once that Manchester United would finish above Chelsea, and they didn't. Chelsea finished above. This was only a few seasons ago, and he didn't pay me. A guy that I knew all my life. So I even told him that I was reluctant to make the bet with him because I didn't know him. I was reluctant from that situation. So I've told him that, so yeah, it just.
Don't worry, bro.
absolutely-
Listen. Karma hits people, man. I know it's difficult at this current second sometimes to take it,
I was
but
done anyway.
it always comes back to haunt you, man. We've seen it with
Karma.
other people. Karma's real people. Guys, like the video as always. 55 likes, and we bring Nip and Sharma on. We'll also have a special guest coming on. I'll let you guys guess who it is if you guys can guess. Alfred, who do you think's coming on?
Pavan.
Huh?
Maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Oh yeah, go. What about LeBron James or soccer?
Nah, he's got to stay. He has
Where's
got
Wayne?
to stay.
Wayne's gone.
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
Oh, you baited it out, man.
What? I was about to say his name as well.
Matt
J. Bull's coming on, people.
Do you have to bring him on?
Oh,
What's the standard, you know?
I didn't want to, but
by the way, lads, just quickly, I want to shout out my cousin has actually joined us today in the chat. John
Who?
Carson Zangor there.
oh, is that him?
That's my cousin, yes.
Big up John Carson.
So welcome. Thank you for joining us, John. And yeah, hope you enjoy the stream, and hopefully we see you on more in the future. And yeah.
We got Alfred, man. We're waiting for Matt and Nippon to come on. Two lovely guests. Whilst we're
Don't mind
waiting,
Nippon, it's just Matt. I just can't stand the guy. So full of himself.
pack it in, man.
Nah, not Matt.
When's practice, by the way?
Tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the evening.
PM.
Yeah. I was going to call you at the same time if you want to watch it together.
Probably not
Let's have a
practice.
guess where Nippon is today. Where do you guys think Nippon is currently?
Nippon, guys, yeah. What do you guys think?
Do you think he'll be in his car, on a bus, or eating
I
food in
think-
person?
I think Nippon will be in a dessert shop. Whoa,
Hey,
Matt J. Bull. You know who you look like?
Oh, here we go.
Paul Walker.
Paul, the Formula One, the Fast and Furious guy.
Yeah. Can't
No.
you guys see it?
That's
Oh.
an
You guys see it?
insult.
I
That's
was
an
gonna
insult to Paul Walker.
I was gonna say I look a bit more living than Paul Walker.
You look what?
I look more alive than Paul Walker at the moment. I was gonna.
No, don't diss him. He's one of my favourites. Don't diss
You
him.
can't listen, bro. He was one of my favorite characters.
I've never liked the Fast and Furious franchise, so
Really?
never got into it.
Then you are an idiot.
You would have cried.
Idiot.
What were you saying, Matt, man?
Yeah, I'm all good. All good. I
All the
mean,
statements were fake, bro.
I knew all the Roman stuff was fake.
Hmm.
It's just media being media. They want to hype it
Wayne,
up.
didn't he say that Roman's a snake?
I said if it
Yeah.
I said if it was true, then that is bad. But that's the caveat. If I didn't think it was going to be
According to
true.
my sources, from my understanding, it was.
You need to improve your understanding then.
Look,
Oh,
Matt,
you sky
problem
carver in the skies.
do you know what it is? See, Matt he's been watching repeats of the good old days with ads. He's thinking, I need to be ads. I need to be that controversial person on this channel. And he took over that spot, didn't he? Let's be honest.
We do need to balance the negativity. Alfred is obviously the positive one here, so I need to get.
That's not positive. Look at his name. Matt, you hear what happened?
What happened to Pavan?
Paramount bet £100 with him. City actually lost. They bottled it. So because City went out, he owes out £100.
Do you know what the worst part was? Obviously, was it the 89th minute that Real Madrid scored?
Mm.
I went to bed at the 86th because I thought I was done.
You missed out. Nippin Sharma, he's one of our own.
Hey,
Where you
How
going?
are we?
Where you going?
I'm on my way home. I'm on my way home
From?
from watching Rangers versus RB Leipzig.
Fake fan.
Fake fan.
I'm a football fan, but Chelsea always come first. I just like
You mean
watching a good game.
You mean Arsenal?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm in public, not now. No time.
Nippin, stay safe. It's nearly 11 p.m. I'm worried about you, mate.
Yeah, look, Then I don't see any drunks right now, so don't worry about that.
It's not the drunks you got to worry about.
What? It's the sobers.
It's the sober, psychopathic serial killer types you got to worry about.
I'm pretty sure they'd be
What you're
drunk.
saying, Matt. Nippon, when you just be safe, to keep an eye on yourself. That's all you got to do.
Fair enough.
Nippin,
Yo,
Marcos Alonso to stay, yes or no? And why?
Marcus Alonso has always been a tough one for me. I mean, like, he's defensively, he is absolutely. I don't want to say it on here because I don't want to get your stream demonetized.
You can say it.
Yeah. Attacking wise, he is great. Defensively, he is absolutely dog.
What's dog?
Dog shit.
Really? Really?
should he be our new striker, Nippon?
Is this guy okay? Where's he gone? I'm not looking at the screen. Oh, where'd he go? I've come to the realization finally Marcos Alonso was.
So,
Who wrote this?
how could you do that? How could you not back your player?
Someone time me out, man. Nippon, where'd you go?
Streaming on your phone text. Someone called me.
Oh, who called you now?
A friend I made in the pub. He wanted to know whether I'm doing okay.
Oh, bless it. Wait, is it a girl or boy?
A boy.
Oh, bless him. Alright, cool. So yeah, where were we? Marcos Alonso. What were you saying about him?
Yeah, look, attacking wise, he can be great. But defensively, he is absolute pony.
What?
Should he be our new striker, Nippon?
No, let's not go that far. Armando Broya.
No way. Not Lukaku.
Bench.
Lukaku.
What do you know where Lukaku goes?
PSG.
PSG.
You think?
I'd rather him than Lukaku.
Would you?
You'd rather Christian Benteke.
Christian Benteke's.
You gotta be
Did he used to
joking,
play
right?
for us?
No,
Did he used to
at
play
least
for us?
No, he played for Palace. and
Benteke.
Liverpool. Yeah,
I'll take Danny Welbeck over Lukaku.
Benteke.
Man like
Benteke
Danny
would have passion
Wells.
for the shirt.
I'll take Wayne Mould.
I
Yeah,
love how you criticise me when I said Marcus Rashford and you come out with Danny Welbeck, Christian Benteke. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. That
Nah,
makes
Mark-
Rashford look world class.
I didn't criticise you. I sided with you, Wayne. About
I know,
Rashford.
not you. I mean about the host, you know. Jesus, got one host who's actually got it all right, and that's Sadiq, and then you've got this other host who's a bit of a How can I put it? Arsehole.
Be nice, Wayne.
Oh,
Free parking.
I can just do one thing. Do you want to test me?
kick him up.
Bye bye.
Nippy, where'd you park the car?
On over here,
What area is that?
level 3,
What area, man? Not
Richmond.
floor. You're
Richmond.
already in Richmond.
Why are you in Richmond?
Basically, I thought I was going to a clubbing night, but turns out I'm a whole week early. It was meant to be Thursday next week, not Thursday tonight.
Wow. Nippon, someone is behind you. Someone is following you.
It's a wall. No one's following me. Right. Oh. Right. I'm just. you're gonna lose my picture while I set up a sat nav.
Okay.
You'll still hear me though.
Okay. Cheers, Ted Kravitz, for that information. Matt, your thoughts on Declan Rice, because you were a bit rude to me earlier today, man, when I gave my
What do you mean
opinion.
I was rude? I just did a rant on Declan Rice
When?
earlier.
That reply
That's
is not a rant.
It was kind of a rant. I wanted Camavinga. Board told me to fuck off. I want Schumann. Board tell me to fuck off. And now we're going to get lodged with a Declan Rice for £150 million.
Did you see him today?
I didn't see the West Ham match, no, but I heard they
He got
lost.
absolute destroyed.
Yep. Well, I mean, if we want to go just back to Cobham FC, then fine. If we want to be mid-table in the Premier League, then that's fine. We can do that.
It's for me. It's hard for that central midfield player because there's not many out there that you can sit there and say he's world class. Who we need, like Camavinga, unfortunately, he's gone Real Madrid. I can't see him going anywhere else.
I don't think he's I think he's not. He's less defensive as well.
Tuchel-Meny's the only other one I can think of. Other than that, there's not many out there you can sit there and say
one that
available.
I would look to go for if we're kind of looking to stick with the Jorginho way, almost. I actually think he's better than Jorginho anyway. Julian Weigl.
Oh.
Julian Weigl.
I think he'd be a good sign, and he wouldn't cost a lot either. If we're looking at cheap price wise, I think he could. In the right team, I think we could develop him into a good player. But I mean, if you're going to look and take
why is
risks
everyone
with people,
talking about this guy? Why is everyone talking about this guy?
because he's played well for Palace this season, and his release clause is £35 million.
Do you not rate
that
him?
is,
To take whose position?
it would be one of the forwards. But I
That
personally
basically says
wouldn't-
F off Broha. That's what it says.
I personally, well, no, he's more of a wide player, so it would be more. I would say if you're looking, I would say he's actually Ziyech. He's more of a Ziyech type player, that attacking midfielder, winger type player.
So
I think it would be definitely.
Pulisic should leave.
I think Pulisic may want to leave anyway.
I mean,
But I think Boehly will beg to keep him.
You tell Mark Pulisic.
That's a player that we haven't spoke about. Ampadu.
No, I'm not.
Do you think he's not? Do you think he's not good enough?
I've said if he's had that good, I haven't watched him this season. If he's had that good alone, let's sell him on, get some money to put into the team elsewhere. I don't think he will beat Chelsea level personally. I could be wrong with that, but I just don't. I think I've seen enough of him in the last 5 years. I just don't. I don't see enough in him to get to that level that we want to be at. Elise was also a common product as well. That's why people are raving about him as well.
Well, he's bothering, don't we?
He does actually look quite decent. He does look. He has played well this season, but I wouldn't. With the wingers, I want, as I've said to you before, I think we need an experienced head up there, and that's why I would go for someone like Amares to almost balance that youthfulness we've got up front.
You hear what Blue Army? See what Blue Army SW6 just said?
What do you think?
Time him out.
We
No,
need
don't. Because it's kind of spot on. We're running out of defenders right now. We need a defender.
Why do we need Maguire?
There's one I saw though today about Torino defender, Brazilian Bremer. Is it Bremer? He's supposed to be getting a lot of attention in Europe at the moment, and we're supposed to be linked with him and to replace Rudiger.
No, I mean, my prime two defenders I'd get would be Koundé and Pau Torres.
Pau Torres. He got so much hate yesterday.
I don't know why he got so much hate. He's not. Did
you see that shit show he had against Liverpool?
It wasn't that bad.
He was at fault for one of their goals.
Nippin, you've also got to think this is Liverpool. What defender does not struggle against Liverpool?
Oh, I don't know. Antonio Rudiger?
Yes, he has before.
As in the FA Cup final. Sorry,
yes,
in the Carabao Cup final.
Nippin, you're picking out one game. I could go pick out a game straight away where Rudiger made multiple mistakes against Liverpool.
Okay, any this season?
Well, no, we're not talking about this season. We're talking about players in general. If you're going to pick out one game where Pau Torres has played bad,
okay,
then it's the thing is with centre backs as well. Especially if we've got to move into a back four, you need a good centre back pairing where the two defenders complement each other. The thing is, the issues that Koundé has and the issues that Pau Torres have, they complement each other and would work well as a pairing. The problems with say, Man United, for example, Maguire, you've got Maguire Lindelof, not a good pairing. Maguire Varane, not a good pairing. But the actual thing is, if you play Maguire and Bailly or Lindelof Bailly, that's a much better partnership because Bailly makes up for some of Maguire's and Lindelof's mistakes. So with defenders, it's all about the pairing. That's why a Ruben Diaz and Stones work well together. That's why a Carvalho and Terry worked well together. You don't necessarily need the two best centre backs in the world because they might not be able to play with each other. The communication you've got to have between the two centre backs has got to be supreme, and they've got to complement each other. That's where the best teams win. So,
if you look at Chunky TM, he put a defender as well. I think it's me and you spoke about it before, Matt. I think that'd be a good signing.
He is. I would say he's a bit young at the moment. I would potentially look at, because he can play as a fullback as well. If you want to sign him, it could be a potential. You sign him as almost a backup to Chilwell, and then he moulds into a centre back eventually. But I don't see him leaving this summer. Maybe that could be our next summer thing when Thiago goes. Because don't forget, you've got to have, say we get Koundé and possibly another centre back. So say we get Pau Torres and Koundé, that's fine. Then you've got Silva, Chalobah, and possibly a Colwill might stay after that. But once Silva goes next year, then you're going to need someone else. So would that be a Guardiola? Would that be a Chalobah? But then maybe you'd want another experienced head in there to replace Silva. But that would be up for the Chelsea board personally. But I think Pau Torres could learn a lot from Thiago Silva as well.
Do you rate Raul Albiol?
He's at 37, isn't he?
Yeah.
Too old. I don't think he'd make it. Koulibaly could be someone that potentially we could look at as a short term.
I don't like him.
Silva's older than Raul Albiol, though.
Who?
I
Why are you
said
going on about
Thiago
Raul?
Silva
Yeah.
is older than Raul.
They're not the same caliber, my friend.
Yes, but
Silva's
they're
like
the
50
same. They're
times ahead.
completely different centre backs.
All I'm asking is, do you rate him?
Could get
No.
eaten alive in the Premier League.
Okay.
That's
That's
great
all I'm
news, by the
asking.
way, by H. Grimes.
Yeah, I think it will be completed very soon. I think Boehly knows what he wants. I think Chelsea know what he wants. I think that's going to be. I think it'll be done in terms of provisionally. Nice that you got to follow, by the way. Yeah, I think it'll be provisionally done, and then I think the whole legal aspects and the Premier League stuff will get done within the next 1 to 2 weeks.
Because I think I've got this sneaky feeling when he takes over, I think he will want to make a big statement one way or another.
Yes. But I will say,
I think the women's going to get the same treatment as well.
Yeah, I will say though, be prepared for it. I do expect Marina and all that to still be there for at least this next season.
What? Buck?
Do you think Bruce Buck
Marina
eventually
and
leaves?
the scouts. I reckon they all leave at the end of next season, because I think the problem is at the moment it's too
And I'm
soon.
having a party.
Yeah, it's too soon to bring a whole new team of scouts, board, etc. Otherwise, you're going to just say that next season is a complete write-off, because they're not going to have time to scout all these players, do all this now. So what you're going to have is Marina and Buck are going to take over and steady the ship for this season while they bring whoever they want in and will transition in for next summer. I know people will not like that, but I think that's what's going to happen. Because people saying, we're going to get new scouting departments, we're going to sign all these new players. Really, half of these teams are already talking to these players, so we're already good month behind everyone else. If you get all these new people in and they want to scout new players, then we're not going to get stuff done. So, yeah, I think Marina will be used, but I think Marina will have a bit less. I think Boehly will be like, don't go crazy. Do what we need, almost so it has a smooth transition. Don't buy players that are going to be wasted by the next regime.
You realize that this guy's gonna have no say, like
who, Boehly?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's gonna control the operational. I get it, but who are those guys again? Those private asset.
Cleveland,
whatever it's called. Yeah. How much are they taking over?
66%, I think.
That is a worry for me personally.
Well, that's why I prefer Jim Ratcliffe, but
even then, it's good that we got an owner.
Yeah, other than Jim Ratcliffe, that was still the best offer. But we just got to take the risk that these guys will put in the money, or put in I don't think we're gonna be spending like crazy like we did before. But if we have a good system, like a Liverpool system that allows us to spend in the right areas, I don't care about that, because I've actually been fed up of wasting money recently. I think we've wasted a lot of money and sold some good young players and replaced it with absolute tosh. So listen, I'd rather go a bit more careful with our money, but spend it on the right players.
We've been through this in previous streams, but I've always said when the 5 signings happened, maybe you're not referring to these ones, but when I saw it happen, Werner, Havertz, Chilwell, Silva, for me, I saw that as the best window. Regardless of what they've done, that is a fantastic window.
I mean, I always said to you, you guys were all hyped about Havertz, and I was hyped because obviously it went so long and everyone was talking about it. I didn't see straight away what was the hype, and I've always been a bit more down to earth. Timo, I think, I said that in my article about Timo, is he had this ability to miss chances, but I think I thought he'd adapt better. So that's just an adaptation issue. That's fair enough. But again, the problem I always point to is the players that have done really well have been signings that have been away from the mould in terms of the actual scout. So Mendy was a recommendation by Czech. Silva was an opportunity that presented itself because he was a free agent. All the signings that we've actually done proper scouting on and the board specifically have made decisions, most of them have failed.
Cheers, Jeff.
And even this summer, it's like, I think it was something that come out. I think Scott McLachlan come out and said we've been scouting Sal for 2 years, and we've been really impressed with him. Blah blah blah. And then I think it was on the day that Sal signed, he admitted that the last 2 years of his has been the worst he's ever played. So it's like, how are you scouting him for 2 years, thinking he's good enough for Chelsea, when even the player is admitting he was terrible in that time? It's massive alarm bells. I mean, the fact that we have made a huge financial mistake by not buying Tchouaméni last summer. And I said this would happen. I said we can't wait too long because otherwise you will double. Fuck's sake. I've always had a high line. It's just the angle, and it's because the hair's curling up. But yeah, I always said that Tchouaméni will do it again this season, and his price will double, and it has. I would still take him at that price because I still think that's much more worth it than Rice. But we have effectively, that board has cost us £40 million plus whatever Sal cost, because Sal has been absolutely useless.
Obviously, we're talking about the summer and all the transfer business, and it is a major point. But what, obviously, we're talking about men's, of course, but women's, what me and Matt knows, there's a massive gap next year in our centre midfield. So we need money to invest because
this board doesn't seem to know how to get centre midfields at the moment.
We've got three or four players not in the centre mid who are leaving us for one reason or another. So we need investment in centre mid for the women's team to go forward. So it's like, we need it done soon so we can get this investment.
I think the women's side's a bit. I think the women's side almost sorts itself out, though. I think Emma Hayes does have more of the running for it. I don't think at a board level, Marina and that are too much involved. So it's harder because I think they do allow Emma to just run it herself. I mean, they've given her this contract that is now X amount of years, so it's however many years she decides and they decide. So it's a bit of a weird thing going on there. But I think Emma is the one that controls. I think Emma will find a centre mid that's good enough for her.
Yeah, just quickly, guys. I'll be on holiday from the 13th of May until the 19th. I believe our FA Cup final is on the 14th. Is it on a Saturday or Sunday, guys?
Saturday normally.
Saturday, I think it was.
Men and women, both days.
What, on Saturday?
Saturday and Sunday. So we're women and men playing both FA Cup finals on the Saturday and Sunday.
Is men's on Sunday or is it on Saturday?
I think men's will be on the Saturdays.
Saturday, yeah.
Sunday.
So I'm on holiday on the 13th, 14th May. Hopefully, I believe Matt can help me host. I'm going to try and join from Dubai. And also, there's a game on the... Is it 18th? No, 19th. 19th of May. Leicester against Chelsea. Wait, are we home or away?
Home.
Okay, so sorry. Chelsea against Leicester. I arrived back at 8:15 and the game starts at 8.
EK005 by any chance?
Sorry?
You arrive. I know the exact flight you're taking.
Okay, let's not talk about it on stream. But anyway,
that's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, 8:15 arrival back, and the game starts at 8. So I'll probably set up the stream before I depart, and then when I arrive, we'll try and sort something out. But Matt is to be confirmed whether he can host for me as well. So yeah.
If need be, I can do it. If need be, but I need help.
That's what I'm saying. It's difficult. For
me, yeah. But I'm just saying, if need be, I would do it for you. Obviously, all the time.
Yeah, Nippin's gonna get me hate at my flight, man. Nippin, this is not what you do, man. You don't want to expose me, bro. Don't do that again, man. I'll ban you.
What?
Anyways,
What?
nothing, man. Just focus on driving, man. How far are you from home?
Oh, so much lag.
And
This guy's a benchward, bro. Anyways, I'm actually surprised that Wayne is still on the stream.
I'm
Usually-
my missus wants to go to bed, but I'm just doing it for you guys so you can.
Bro,
Oh.
head off, man. Head off. I mean, you stayed for an hour. I'm grateful for an hour, man. Head off.
No, it's all good. You know, it's all good. But me and Matt Lee, I need to talk to Matt anyway. So I think we need to sort out the day for the podcast so we can keep that going. Because obviously it's a big one this weekend.
Oh yeah, it is a big one actually. I don't know where
Yeah.
Matt's gone. He's disappeared.
I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to sort out dates because I'm Sunday. We play Saturday, don't we? In terms
Sunday.
of men's.
Men's
And then
Saturday,
women's is
women's Sunday.
Yeah, I am potentially for personal reasons. I don't know if I can catch the game, but I'll
It's at
talk
12
to you that
o'clock
after
on
stream.
Sky Sports. So if you want to re-watch it, and we can do it afterwards, like we did before.
Yeah, I think it's going to be I think it might have to be that. What I might do is watch it in the evening, and then maybe on the Monday we can
Do the
record
podcast, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, just let me know whenever you can do it, because you know I'm there. Do you need me for a men's one?
I will see. I think I'm going to try and get Jester as the host to do it for us. He might host it, and then I'll get it sorted. So I'll let you know. I need to sort it with him.
guys, listen. We've got special guests. I want each of you in the panel to guess who it is. Whoever gets it right, I'll give them Pavan's £100 that he owes to Alfred.
KJ.
Yeah, KJ.
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 KJ. Matt.
KJ.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
I'm going to go with someone that hasn't been here for a while. Ryan Sears.
It's the one and only Carlito.
Hey.
Hey,
Carlito,
can you hear
man.
me? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
where you?
What's up?
Hey, my condolences to Pep Guardiola and his $1.4 billion team. I gotta say, it wasn't in the cards, man.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of shocking to see 2 late goals. Maybe Chelsea's result wasn't as bad.
No, it was. No, I thought we were better than Real Madrid. So don't get it twisted, man. We should be in the final.
we should really be in the final. It's frustrating. But
Hey,
we talk about future, Carlito, the future of Chelsea Football Club, the Todd father, as you say.
yes, sir.
Oh,
So,
nice.
hey, so what I wanted to tell you was this. You have Fenway Sports Group, who is owned by John Henry, aka Dr. Creepy. What they specialize in is analytics, but what they don't have is very deep pockets. The difference between Todd Boehly and his group that own the Dodgers and Dr. Creepy, who owns Fenway Sports Group, is that Todd Boehly has the analytics. He also has the money. And that's why people hate Boehly in America, because he spends so much money and smart money on the Dodgers, and that is why they win. This is why they have this stable of unbelievable players at such high prices, because he's got the analytics and the money. This is an unbelievable buy. This is the best case scenario. I'm so thrilled. And he's American, which is beautiful.
Well, that's very energetic, very exciting times, Carlito. But you want Declan Rice, and I just don't understand why. Can you explain to the viewers?
No, I think he's really good. I don't think he's $150 million good, but I think he's really good. I think that there's room for negotiation if we offer up a player, and I believe that they're looking at Armando Broja as some sort of bargaining chip.
That's a fair point, actually. That is a very, very fair point. How much would you pay for him, though?
Declan Rice?
Yeah.
75 million. 75 million.
Really?
Yeah.
75 million pounds you'd pay?
We paid Alvaro Morata 65, 70 million. Yeah.
It was a bit different back then, man.
Yeah, it's more expensive now.
Yeah. Declan Rice.
Well, okay, hold on, Sadiq. Who do you? Okay, I know that you're not fond of Declan Rice, but what is for you not too expensive of a price where you would concede and say, "All right, I'll have him on Chelsea."
55.
That's fair. But hey, look, the other thing that I'm very curious about is that we've already done business with West Ham, and I'm wondering why they're price gouging a rival that's actually been a business partner of them. That's what I don't understand. We're not paying 150 million pounds for Declan Rice. Nobody is. So what are they thinking?
What, they smoking, basically? I don't know.
Dude,
Yeah, I need that joint. I need that joint.
No, but I mean, like, they don't have the leverage. They can't tell Declan Rice, hey, by the way, we've got proper European football in Champions League next year. No, they don't, because it just crashed out an hour ago. They're done.
They're finito.
Yeah. So their leverage has been diminished immensely. So, yeah, I mean, between 55 and 75, I'm down, man. But, Sadiq, who do you want instead? If it's not Declan Rice, because we do need a new D-mid.
Bro, it really depends on the formation, man. Because we always want Tuchemani. That's the main guy. But obviously, that's not that DM position that we're looking at. So it really depends on this formation, man. Are we going to stick with a 3 at the back? Are we going to stick with a 4? We need to see what's going to be happening, because obviously we're seeing now Kante's contract could be extended for obvious reasons, because of Rudiger and Christensen and everyone else that's happening around the club. They need to secure some of these guys just in case. Whether he takes a pay cut or not, that's another story. J5, some people want him gone, some people want him to stay. I do believe that a midfielder will have to leave, regardless.
Yes.
I just don't know who.
Hey, Sadiq, so I have to say this, and I love Jorginho. I think he's a great player, but I think that the last 18 months of football, because he's basically played, 100 games in a year? His aging has been accelerated. I think that he's aged a couple years within the last 18 months, and I do think that he's lost his legs and it's time to go. I think he'd be the one to go, because Kovacic, no way, he's way too good. And Conte, they love him.
That's a fair point, my friend. That's a fair point, because obviously every year we hear Jorginho agent flirting with Italy. Maybe this year it will happen.
Yeah, I mean, this year we may just call his bluff.
Sorry. As an old man once said, it's time to go. Rest in paradise, Claude.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, one thing, Sadiq, about Aurelian Tchouameni, he's got some Bakayoko touches in him, man.
Oh no! Come on!
I am not kidding.
Matt, you hear this?
There is some heaviness to those feet at times, and not in a good way. He is not the finished article. He's not the finished article. He's not Kamavinga. We're not buying Kamavinga.
Yes, what do you want?
Did you hear what he just said?
I heard. I mean, I don't completely disagree.
Did you hear
with
what
that.
he just said?
I mean, the kid is what, 21, 20? He's not going to be the finished article straight away. So I think that he can hopefully improve on. I mean, there's a lot of there's things that Declan Rice is not the finished article on either.
Agreed.
So it's like it's looking and going, well, can they? I wouldn't agree it's so much Bakayoko touch because they were dreadful, but I do agree his
No.
touches can be a bit heavy.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying he's going full Bakayoko. No. I'm saying there's some partial Bakayoko DNA in some of his touches when he's losing focus. I'm not saying I'm not saying what you think I'm saying, but there's a little bit of Baka there, a little bit.
Yeah, I think the comparison is quite easy to make. Considering we come from the same club, same position, but
Yeah.
I do think he'll mold in. This is why I wanted him last summer, because he wouldn't have been so important to come in straight away and start all the time. He could have bedded himself in a bit more and then become a good centre back adapted to the Premier League this summer. But no, our board want to do it in a stupid way to put loads of pressure on these people. But there you go.
Right, but we're going to need an alternative, Matt, because although I do think that Tchouameni is top of the list, he is top of mind for Tuchel, for Petr Cech, for Marina, but there may need to be alternatives, and it's not going to be $150 million worth of alternatives.
Yeah, the problem is I don't see too many more alternatives out there. Not for a board like ours. It's not smart to go out and actually scout people.
I can't lie, Carlito. Listen. It's a fair point that you brought up about Tchouameni, because we haven't really heard anything negative around his name since it's been linked, in my opinion. It is a concern to look at, but
yes,
it's something that can obviously be worked on. I hope, because listen, I feel Bakayoko had some bad luck at Chelsea until the end of the season where he left. But I think at the start of the season,
the thing is with Bakayoko is he wasn't originally meant to come in and start. He was meant to come in. He was meant to be under the guide of Matic and then come in future seasons. But the board decided in their wisdom to get rid of Matic behind Conte's back, and it meant Bakayoko was a starter. He also then came in with the injury to his knee, which didn't help him at all. So we put him under the worst situations. If he was able to develop on his own and in his own speed, we might have Bakayoko in this team playing better than he is. I'm not saying he would have definitely become a baller, but we had many mistakes that ruined him. This is what happens when you bring in players too early. They crumble like Bakayoko did. Bakayoko hasn't actually been that bad a player when he's been out on loan. But as soon as he puts on a Chelsea shirt, there is now a mental block because of what we've done to him.
Oh, it was a compounding effect, because it didn't start with Watford. It was before that, and then it just got progressively and comprehensively worse as the shit just started to pile on. And then it was a mental thing, and at that point the damage was irreparable, and he was never going to be able to recoup what he thought he was going to have at Chelsea. The relationship was over, and yeah, you're right. We kind of screwed him. We did. You're totally right about that, Matt.
And that's the problem. Too many of these. I look at some of these players. I think the board are messing up too many players, signing too many dross signings, and I just can't believe the amount of money we've wasted in the last few years.
I can't wait for that to all change.
Imagine Liverpool having that amount of money and actually spending it on the players they do. Of course, there'd be some signings that would fail for them as well, but they'd have an amazing team. We waste so much money. It's unbelievable.
Guys, look at this.
Who did this?
That's a killer Didi on the run. Where is Monster CSP? Is Declan Rice worth 150 million because he done shit today? Oh my god, Fly.
Hey, Matt, I was actually thinking about this earlier today, and the reason that I love Todd Boehly is for this. With Liverpool, they will splash 50 million on a player if it's completely scouted out, it's sussed out, and it's the perfect fit for what they want, right? But there's a threshold for how much they're willing to spend, and they'll like DVD they needed, right? But they really don't have that deep of pockets. Now imagine that type of almost tedious scouting and really going with a fine-tooth comb, doing all of the homework, all of the analytics, plus having a shitload of money. That is Todd Boehly. So I think we're going to be smart with our money, but we won't hesitate to splash it and have to be so terribly economical. We will have the money, but we will be a lot smarter. We will not buy players like Alvaro Morata. Oh my God, Lukaku. It's been a disaster. Like, no, I don't think we'll be seeing this frivolous stuff anymore. I think it's going to be smart spending and heavy spending if it's the right buy.
Yeah, I think that's why we need to change the foundation of this club from the board to the scouting system, because at the moment I just don't trust these guys, and I think it's time for new fresh blood. I've been saying it for a while. Finally, I'm not the minority in that now. I think people are starting to catch on that this board makes a lot of mistakes. So yeah, hopefully Boehly can bring that. For me, I think with this whole ownership, it's not Boehly I'm worried about. It's more the funders behind him. But I will have positive faith that they will provide the money that they've promised.
Yeah, Clear Lake has 65 billion in assets. I think that's more than enough. Our wage bill per year has been around 240 million pounds. We can afford more than that, and we will.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
No, I believe so. I don't. I mean, look, they're going to want to turn a profit, but they're not going to use us and drip us dry. No. The most profitable thing is winning and winning a lot. So. I know. I get the skepticism, but you got to bear with them and let them do their thing.
Yeah, I do think we need to give them time because this is not going to be a quick fix, especially.
How many years?
I don't want to put a time frame on it, but yeah, 3 would sound enough.
3, yeah.
We just need to. What the important thing is, we need to keep at the level we are now. This is going to make me sound like Arsenal, but keep in the Champions League places and win and challenge for as many cups as we can, while we build this new board and this new team. And then I think with the right structure, we can be challenging sustainably for a long period of time with a team and a manager that will be hopefully here for multiple years to come, rather than having a new manager every year.
Hey, Matt, that's what I think will be one of the primary changes, is that I do think Tuchel will get a 5-year deal. And I don't think that there will be an axe hanging above his head after 3 bad matches. That is one culture shift that I think will be happening.
Yes, I agree.
And I think it's glad to see.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I hated all this managerial shifts, even when it was Antonio Conte and I didn't like him. Like, I didn't want these guys just to go because of 5 bad games. I wanted Frank Lampard to go because he was a bad manager. But that's different.
And Lampard was iconic, man. He shouldn't have gone.
Here we go.
Oh, London Football FC. There you go, man. There you go.
Hey, don't use my line against my friend, bro. That's my line on you, bro.
Oh, don't you be throwing that shade my way.
You like that comment, yeah?
It was funny. Hey, the dawn of Ramadan has got some zingers.
The dawn of Ramadan, yes. That's the quote you had last time when we first spoke. That's a good one. It's a good one.
Hey, no, Sadiq, I do want to say this one thing, though. And I think the problem when you hear about Tuchemani and everything is positive and, this is the signing of the century, the problem is that I think Chelsea Twitter is a little bit of an echo chamber, and it is good to sometimes say, if there's no negative things being said about this person, I think that something is wrong. Because if a player doesn't have anything wrong with it, if a person doesn't have any vices, then there's probably actually something wrong with the player or the person. So you got to dig deeper. And this player does have flaws, but eventually I do think he'll become a great player. Oh, we will have to give him time. We cannot throw him into the deep end. No, can't do it. You got to do what Real Madrid's doing with Camavinga. Camavinga gets 30 minutes a game, and he plays great.
Yeah. All said.
Thank you.
Alfred, we've not really
Yes.
spoken to you. I don't know if the name is still depressing you on your screen name.
Nah,
Uh,
I like that name.
you like that name? Let me just show it
Makes me-
quickly for
It
everyone.
makes me happy.
You want to read it out?
Fuck you, Pavan, you mutt.
Alfred, the moral of the story is don't bet.
Kids.
Don't bet something you can't win.
That's his moral of the story. I was
Don't-
confident. That's why I made the bet.
Don't rely on Pep Guardiola. Don't forget you got this African.
Apparently, he's been cursed.
When you've got
Apparently,
yeah, when
he's
you've
been
got when you
cursed.
Yes!
when you've got this African magic from Yaya Toure, you can't mess with that shit.
That's
Yo.
a madness still.
This is true.
Pep Guardiola looks like a middle finger. I mean, he is just a stunning man. Hey, Sadiq, I wanted to say one more thing because I do have to go to back to my meeting. I'm 7 hours behind you guys. Don't forget that. Ousmane Dembele is not re-signing with Barcelona. Now, if you've watched him over the last 4 months, he's been the best right winger in the world. By a large margin, he's been unbelievable. And there, the obvious links, the history with Tuchel, and the fact that we will be able to pay him. I think that should be an immediate signing for Chelsea. Don't even think about it; just do it.
Bro, Matt will fight you.
No,
Against-
I don't dismiss his footballing ability. I just don't like the stuff that he's done in the past.
Right.
That go on.
No racists at the club, thank you very much.
I know, but at the same time, people cannot be judged by one action. You got to give them a second chance, and I think that I think we should.
Yeah, I would be up for giving him a second chance if I felt that his apology was proper, but I didn't. I think what made it worse was his apology wasn't doubling down on it, but he was almost. It didn't sound like an apology.
Oh, wait a minute! I think I know what you're talking about.
Where he was kind of like, oh, if it was any other race, I'd be talking like this anyway. I was like, so does that mean you're just a dick in person?
Okay.
Like that's not an excuse. It wasn't really a sorry. So
Yeah.
I know people get a lot of people who's like, oh, what about John Terry? Well, I'm in kind of the same boat with that. I respect him as a player, but that incident, whether it is obviously that one's a bit more different because there is some unclarity to it, and there are different sides, but it does taint him in terms of his reputation. And I would maintain I wouldn't want John Terry too much involved with the club at the moment because of the things that's happened.
Well, it's not just one thing with Terry.
Yeah, it's not. It's the thing. It's not. As purely a footballer, I think Dembele is an amazing footballer at the moment. He's playing really well. His injuries have, fingers crossed, stopped, and hopefully that can continue. But just on the principle of it, I would not like it. But if we sign him, I'll back him to a point on the pitch.
Well, no, and I hear you, but I do think words are cheap. I think actions are the thing of substance. If he over time shows actions that are worthy of the club, would you be willing to forgive him?
I'd forgive but not forget.
You don't have to forget. I'm not asking you to.
Yeah, I'd forgive him to a point. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's fair.
So Matt's got a heart.
Hey!
If you show accountability, I can try and forgive you.
Fair enough. All right, hey guys, thanks for having me back on, but I got to go back to work.
Take care, bro.
Okay,
Thanks for coming on,
See
man.
ya.
Yeah.
Take care.
Oh,
Jess
And
has
then they
been talking to Grimes, yeah.
Oh,
Jess is a fraud. He forgot me. I mean, he plugs all my He plugs all my Twitter and links.
Jesters ain't forgot you, bro.
But Justice doesn't talk or. It's the first time I've seen the YouTube comments for I think 2 months,
Ages.
3 months. I think.
No, it's been sooner than that.
Go on, tell me when is the last time you spoke?
No, I think it's been a month at least, but it's not been 2-3 months. I don't
Bro,
think.
it's been 2 months, bro. At least. I know Justice. I keep tabs on him, bro. But it's all love.
Big up
It's all love,
Justice.
Justice. Is Justice going to be hosting the pod?
I need to DM him about that, so I'll DM him after this.
For what
Thanks
game?
this weekend potentially.
Where are you this weekend?
I'm away on personal reasons.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
I'll tell you after.
Oh, cool.
I'm here for the Saturday straight after the game. After that, I don't think I'll be around too much. I might make it for the F1, but I've got to figure out plans.
So will you be here for Sunday race?
Unlikely.
Shit.
Well, I don't know. It's in the evening, so I might have more of a chance of that. I'll have to let you know on the day. I've got to figure out my plans. Oh, is it Mother's Day in America?
And it Mother's Day for us? When was March?
Yeah, but it's different.
Yeah,
in
Mother's
different
Day
countries.
was in March.
Yes, for England, but
Why is it different?
it's different everywhere. Shit.
It's
I'll have to
calm.
figure it out then.
It's calm. The
It's just that we haven't done a men's podcast in a couple of weeks.
Women's have taken over, bro.
Yes, but I know the bulk of our podcast people, listeners, do prefer the men at the moment.
Our women's team is doing so well at the moment.
They need to win. They have to win this game.
It's a big match as well. Man United is not going to be an easy match.
God.
But
They're third.
Arsenal also have West Ham as well. West Ham could be a banana skin for them as well.
Yeah, but United are better than West Ham.
Of
United
course,
are
yes,
third
but
behind Man City.
I think we should get the result over the line. We're a serial winning team.
Have we beaten them this season already?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that worries me is they're almost that team that will try and drag out results.
Is the game
they'll sit back and hold it tight if they have to.
Is the game at Kings Meadow or in Manchester?
I think it's at home. Don't count me directly on that. Let me have a look. Chelsea.
I might get tickets for it.
There'll be tickets available.
Huh?
Because they're selling. There'll be tickets available.
Alfred, are you okay?
Hey?
Yeah, I'm going to try and get tickets for that game.
Are you okay?
Well, okay.
You can try and get. You
seem like daydreaming.
Pictures because
No.
Daydream of Pavan.
No, I was I was keeping an eye on the comments as well. No.
So HM says Justice, I know you're jizzing because of Clear Lake takeover, but it won't give Pulisic ability. Justice responded, I want Pulisic to go to Juve, so in the mud you go. Fantastic response. HM bounces back. Justice, I've literally heard you say a few days ago you hope the Americans will keep him.
I hope
Kings
so.
Meadow.
Yeah. 12 p.m. kickoff.
What day?
Excellent.
Sunday.
Make sure you drive Nippon because there's going to be no trains.
And Nippon, if you're interested as well, Sunday 2:30, there might still be tickets at Wembley for women's FA Cup.
Yeah. And you can pick up Matt from Graves if you want.
If he wants to, by all means.
I'll have to see if I'm available for that date because I do remember something going on that weekend.
Just all of me.
It.
If you are.
Well, guys, it's been a lovely stream. Matt, you're not free tomorrow, are you?
What time?
6 or 5.
Three for both time. Five might be a bit difficult. 6.
Lipin, chill. We know you. 50 likes.
I'd say the
Oh
earlier
yeah,
the
of course.
better for me.
I keep forgetting it's changed to 50 likes now.
Okay. All right, Matt. What did you say?
I'd say the earlier the better for me.
So 5.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Alfred, you heard that first. 5.
Yep, happy anytime.
And a
Lipin,
bit of
concentrate on driving. Concentrate on driving. Don't worry about me and the stream.
I'm home. I am
You're not.
home.
No, you're not.
I'm like a minute away.
Well, you're not home then, are you? You're a minute away. Until then, don't
You
talk.
you could still crash a minute
Yeah.
from home.
Don't talk.
Right.
So, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Guys, like the video for Alfred. I know he's strong, a professional, and a true team leader. If you guys want to support him, like the video, man. More likes, more to the channel. Subscribe, and make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, 5 p.m. UK time. We'll see you guys then. It'll be the preview for who playing again?
Wolves.
Preview for Wolves, a big top 4 race, top 4
Yes.
battle.
Looking forward to
We
that
could
one.
be 5th at the end of the season.
We won't be 5th.
We could be.
I'd be willing to bet on it.
No, I'm not Pavan.
Bet with Pavan. He's reliable.
Alfred, I'll bet with you. If you've got any money left. Super chats for Alfred, he might need it.
No, well, I won the bet. I'm supposed to.
Oh, you won the bet?
I won, yeah.
Yeah, he won the bet.
Oh, I thought you lost the bet. Oh.
No, if he lost the bet, he'll pay it like a man.
Oh,
I bet
Pavan
on
is in
Manchester
the mud.
City not winning the league.
So
The
I assume Pavan
championship.
is not paying it then.
The
Yeah,
championship,
Pavan. Did you see the screenshot?
I haven't seen it.
Let me put it up quickly before we go. Read it. It's just one part of the conversation.
Yeah, I won, and he's come up with all sorts of excuses, made fun of me, and
Alfred has come out, people. Ladies and gents, stay well away from Pavan. 571845887. I don't know what username that actually is, by the way. He scans people. So I thought it was on full screen. He scans people by betting with them and not paying up. I bet him £100 City will not win a Champions League. He laughed and made excuses. Exposing a fraud is better than winning any bet. He goes on to say, "You're a piece of shit, Pavan. Back in Madrid to win the whole thing. I lost my money. Let me refer you to Revolut, then I'll do it."
so in the same fucking frame there, he's saying, I lost my money, then straight away, let me refer you to Revolt, then I'll do it. So he's just said, I have no money.
He wants to make money off you.
Yeah, he's such a fucking clown. Pavan, honestly, mate, you're a disgusting fucking mutt, and I genuinely hope you choke.
Yo, calm down, not true, come on.
If the way it says this, Pavan, your mum should have swallowed.
No. Yo, come on.
No. Well, hey, if she did, then he wouldn't be out scamming people, you know. So, like this, at least this happened to me, and now I can warn people, you know, do not bet with Pavan.
Guys, I'm not involved, man.
Even that Arsenal fan was more of a.
Wait, the Arsenal fan.
That's bad
What
when
was
that
that
Arsenal/Liverpool fan is more reliable.
That's how bad Pavan is, people.
Yeah. Well, that's everything. He even said the game was rigged. Wow.
I mean, Man City should have got some decisions, but it is what it is.
Would you like me to show you the screenshot where I even asked him about that? And I think I even asked you in the chat like last week or something. What happens in a situation where either A, key players get injured or referee decisions influence the game? Because in my case, if Benzema would have got injured or Vinicius Jr., those are two key players for Real Madrid, more specifically Benzema. If he got injured, then there was a big chance that it might have been over. And there were rumors at the time that De Bruyne got injured, right? We just didn't know how severe the injury was. And I actually felt bad for this fucking prick. I can't believe it. I wanted to give him a way out because I wouldn't have felt that it was fair if Kevin De Bruyne, who is the god of the Manchester City team, got injured, and then I won the bet because they couldn't use their biggest asset to help them win. I would have felt like shit to take money like that. So I tried to show mercy on the fucking wanker, and in the end, look what he done.
Well, there you have it, folks. A nice little rant to end the day.
Thank you for allowing it.
Yeah, I mean, Nippon, what'd you make of that rant?
Pavan, you're a fraud. That's all I've got to say.
There you have it. Matt,
Short and
any
simple.
final words? Matt, any final words?
No, not really. I mean, Pavan has had enough attention for now, so I'll leave it at that.
There you have it, folks. Like the video for Alfred's little rant. Difficult to take, but he will benefit from it in the long run, I'm sure. And karma's real, people. But yeah, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m. UK time. Make sure you don't tune in to the stream. Tyron, hang on a second. Didn't this guy argue with me on Twitter? Nope, I'm getting mixed up. I argued with Myron Phillips. Apologies, Tyron. A takeover could be done tomorrow, my friend. Tomorrow could be done. But yeah, like I said, people, we'll see you guys soon. Alfred, sleep well, or if you want to stay awake, stay safe. Matt, stay safe. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Yeah, well done.
Nip and Shaw, can we have the light on until we go?
Yep, 50 likes, FC people. You know the drill.
Can we have the light on in the car?
It is on. It is on.
Wow, that is so dark.
Here we go.
Need to get a new light.
Oh, okay. Nippin, look after yourself, yeah? We're out, man.
I'm parked. Don't worry.
Take care, people. Peace.
Peace.
Tyron Reynolds, tune in 5 p.m. tomorrow, man. Peace. Like the video, people.